Hey you guys, it is that time. Pick a story wherein one of these decks or all of the decks could be a story or message for you. So let's go ahead and begin. What I like to do is hold each deck up to the camera to see if it's resonating with you. So starting with deck number one, could your story or message be here in deck number one? Or deck number two, could your story or message be here in deck number two? Or could it be deck number three? Is your story or message here in deck number three? All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Beginning with deck number one. We have Death. We have the Groom of Knives. The Groom of Wands. And this is the Bride's Tarot, by the way. The Bride's Tarot. We have Nine of Pentacles. Justice. Central issue, we have Father of Knives, Two of Cups, and Two of Wands. Okay. So, you guys could be dealing with an air sign, or maybe you're an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. There may be two potential relationships or two connections that you may have. One connection may be based off of some sort of emotional bond or an emotional connection. And then this one is definitely some sort of physical connection that you might be having with someone. Maybe it'll run deeper, but it's definitely some sort of physical connection. The third energy is that it could be the same person just wrapped into one. I feel like someone is making plans on coming forward. Now, what I'm getting is that I feel like maybe someone wanted to say something, or they were going to come forward, but then maybe they stopped or deleted their message, or maybe someone said, don't say that, don't tell them that, wait, like, I don't know, I just kind of feel like someone was getting ready to communicate and then stopped, or they post something and then delete it. Boy. I'm also getting that there's a possibility of, what do you call it? Again, going back to decisions and then having to eliminate one. So maybe you are getting ready to make a decision between an air sign and a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Now, the other thing I'm getting is that somebody's newly single. I feel like someone's newly single. Someone just came out of a relationship, or things maybe are officially over, so now they can come forward. Yeah. I feel like you're getting ready to start a soul contract with somebody, and you're going to have to weigh your options. Like, she's standing on a scale. I just feel like you have to weigh your options in regards to these two connections. Do you want the person that you're connecting with emotionally? Do you want the person that there's a physical attraction? Or maybe there's, some sort of other third option, but I feel like you're having to make a decision, and you're also taking your time. I feel like you're not rushing into this decision either. Now also, if it's not about some sort of relationship, it can be talking about making some sort of permanent changes to your business or your career is getting ready to permanently change. You might have two options or two paths in regards to career choices. Maybe you've had two interviews if you're interviewing for a job. Maybe you were debating about some sort of name changes. Maybe somebody out there even has to legally change the name of their business for whatever reason. If this is about a marriage, of course, the death seems like because your life has changed forever, you dropped your old last name and maybe decided to take on the name of your partner's. Some of you, I feel like death is representing something from the past. Maybe you ghosted someone, someone ghosted you, or there just has not been any communication, but something is getting a resurrection. I don't see the resurrection card, but I feel like there is going to be some sort of resurrection for something that once ended. If you're trying to walk away from a relationship, I feel like this person doesn't really want you to go because they feel like you hold the key to their heart, or they just feel like you belong to them, or you guys belong together, like they don't want you to go. Some of you also may be literally haunted by the ghost of someone. So I don't know if someone physically crossed over. If no one physically crossed over, then this ghost energy is our memories. So it's like you're haunted by these images or thoughts about someone who you're no longer with. I'm also getting people who like to play with hair color, guy or girl. Somebody plays with hair color. Now, the picture I see blue, but it could be any hair color that someone likes to play around with. Someone wants you to know that they're dead serious about you, even career-wise. They want you to know that they're dead serious about the decision that they've made to move forward. I'm seeing someone kind of measure out their money too. Somebody's measuring out their money. Now, I did get like a crazy vision of something else being measured, so I don't know how somebody makes their money, but it does look like it's green and it has to be measured. So I feel like someone does that for a living or on a side or something. And I'm not going into detail. Hopefully you figured out what I was talking about. But yeah, I do feel like maybe someone has to weigh things for a living. Now, I was getting, you know, something green. It's legal some places. The other thing I'm getting is like someone literally has to weigh things. So I don't know if someone has like a truck and, you know, certain things they weigh so much before they get on a truck, or something has to be weighed. Like maybe someone works at FedEx or UPS and packages get weighed before they get transported. So I'm getting something about weight in regards to career. Now, also that's what I'm getting here. So someone may have changed physically, either through surgery. Yeah, because I'm seeing that knife here. Someone may have had gastric bypass, or someone went under the knife. Someone may be getting ready to also get some sort of surgery on the face, cosmetic surgery. Maybe it's liposuction. Maybe it's a tummy tuck. I don't know, but I do get like surgery, unless someone also could be a surgeon. Someone's a surgeon. Now, also, maybe someone has some money coming to them because of a lawsuit, some sort of malpractice. So let me also go ahead and start clarifying some things here. Someone's trying to lose weight before their wedding, and they're checking the scale all the time, and I feel like they really look good. Someone's hard work is paying off. I see your financial independence looks pretty good too. Someone's father is trying to communicate with them who has crossed over. I feel like they've been trying to get your attention, or you've been talking to them, and this person wants you to know that they do acknowledge that you've been talking to them. And I got the name Tony for somebody. Death is about one situation ending, but a whole new situation being born. It's more about rebirth, something emerging. I feel like it's a love connection. Now, because I have the Lovers out as one of the clarifiers, and I was talking about something about maybe having to make two people to choose from, or two different relationships. It could be that someone intervenes right before you make a final decision. I feel like someone new enters the picture and changes the whole game. Because you were already narrowing down two choices, and then a third one just kind of comes out of nowhere, I feel. Oop. I rarely answer my phone. Didn't know who that was. Okay, so I also feel, though, that, yeah, somebody is standing out from the rest. It's like they killed it. Somebody killed it, is what I'm getting. Oops, hope I didn't tap on as something else. But, yeah, I'm getting something like somebody killed it. But I feel like it's more so in a sexual way, or in a being impressed. Like somebody just really stood out from the crowd and blew everybody else out the water. Let me look at Justice here. Somebody stopped fighting too. I don't know if there was some sort of bickering or fighting. I feel like somebody stopped. So with Justice, I see a new work contract, a new agreement, a new lease. There's some sort of legal documents being signed, or there's an agreement between parties. People are having a discussion, and I feel that everyone's agreeing on something and going forward with it. It's like, okay, so we all agree to this. Okay. So yeah, it definitely looks career related. It's either career or home, or dealing with that lawsuit. that's what I feel like it's about the most, but it can still be about relationships and having to discuss things and make adjustments, fixing things that were broken. Then it's settled. Okay, so I feel like you guys may have also been debating on where to relocate or where to go for your next trip. And I feel like, okay, it's been settled. Yeah, it's like no more fighting about that. Someone someone may want to hire you if you're freelance. I feel like someone wants to hire you for something. Or someone wants to purchase something of yours and you're coming to some sort of agreement. I feel like there's some sort of negotiation, like what are your fees? What do you think is a fair price for this, or how many hours do you think you can put in? Like I just see like a negotiation and coming to a settlement or an agreement, especially in career, because I see somebody getting paid and moving forward. Yeah. So you guys are definitely making some sort of business deals here. You may also be seeking the advice of somebody that you respect before making some sort of final decision. Like, you think I should go through with this? You think this person is legit? Do you think this person really likes me? Like, whatever the case, I feel like someone else is kind of stepping in to give like a professional opinion or like an outside opinion before you finally decide with moving forward with a person or career or a home or something. Even if you're negotiating like a car, I just feel like there's a lot of negotiation taking place. Let me look at the Groom of Knives really quickly. Somebody's really quick-witted. So the Groom of Knives is a soulmate. I see someone expressing their feelings and just like this sense of trust being established between two people. There's also some sort of anxiety around this. Like, I feel like someone is still in denial about who their soulmate is. And someone is in denial that there is telepathy between people, but there is. But someone keeps getting proof. They're like, man, it seems like every time this happens, then this happens, or I see them. And I feel that somebody keeps getting confirmations of who their soulmate is, but they keep fighting against it. And then finally, I feel like someone says, okay, fine. Let me go ahead and surrender to this and just see what happens from here. So I feel like soulmates are going to be moving forward and opening up and talking to each other. It's funny, I'm getting like heart palpitations just talking about that. Maybe some of you have been feeling like you are connected to somebody, or you have heart palpitations every time somebody's getting ready to call or something of that sort. Someone might be trying to hide their feelings from the other person. Let me look at this Groom of Wands. Also could be Scorpio too. So air sign, fire sign, and Scorpio. there's some sort of conflict, because I get that two people are attracted to each other, but they're just pushing each other away. Something could be going on between air and water, but it's so confusing, or this situation is complicated. There's a potential to have some sort of business partnership, I feel like, with the fire sign. There also could be a need, two people could be fighting about creative differences. Now, especially those of you that are in entertainment, any type of way, you don't have to be famous, but if you are, or if you just work around a lot of people in that industry, and a lot of times, you know, there are the fights and lawsuits about intellectual property and things of that sort. So I feel like that is also something that could be going on. People are fighting to prove that something was their idea first, or it's just about having to bring two ideas together, but it's just like having to tweak it, and people having a hard time making some sort of agreement on creative expression. It's another word that they use about that, but it seems like it has to do with creative rights, creativity, and things of that sort. Pride could definitely be in the way, dealing with both relationships and career. There's also some sort of push-pull about who's going to be the leader or who's going to be first about something. Like, no, I want to be the first. People are fighting about that. I don't know what that means, though, but hopefully it makes sense to you. Now, also in regards to a love situation with the fire sign, I don't know if a fire sign is missing an earth sign, or the earth sign feels like something's missing from the fire sign, or feeling a sense of void or unfulfillment with a fire sign. For the most part, I feel like if you're dealing with an air sign, that you may feel like an air sign could be your soulmate, or maybe this air sign maybe they have air in their chart, or this is the person that's very chatty and intellectual. And I got the name Philip for somebody. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to deck number 2. We have Temperance, the Devil, Eight of Swords, King of Coins, Knight of Coins, central issue, the Three of Cups, Empress, and Four of Swords. Okay, so some of you have been very patiently waiting for some things to manifest. Some of you have been dreaming about an air sign, or you as an air sign have been having a lot of dreams. I feel like someone's been meditating. Been a lot of meditating and prayer going on, and someone just needing time to think. Someone also has like a lot of personal thoughts. I see some sort of, I see something manifesting, something of your desires. Some of you may be having a successful first trimester. Some of you may be adopting a pet or bringing a new pet into the home. Something seems like a big responsibility. I feel like you're getting prepared to either be a mother or someone who nurtures. You might have a very nurturing soul, able to comfort people in a time of need. You are coming off as very strong and grounded. And I feel like maybe that's why people are attracted to you, because you come off strong and grounded and confident here. I see a lot of spirit animals for somebody, like birds and any type of four-legged animal. It may also be a good time to spend a little time out in nature to get grounded. I feel like you guys are going to be happy and celebrating. I'm also seeing the initials CM for somebody. I don't know. It also could be reverse MC. I'm seeing like a friendship being established. There's something being established here. This is like the beginning or the early stages of a friendship, maybe even a business partnership, but definitely the early stages of a friendship or a relationship. Something maybe starts off as friends, but I still feel like somebody is attracted to their friend and they're like, well, I'm attracted to my friend, but you know, I like more, but I'll settle for a friendship, or we can start as friends. It doesn't matter. So I do feel like somebody could end up being attracted to their friend. If there has been some sort of fighting or bickering between you and a love interest or anybody, I feel like you guys are going to make peace. There's going to be forgiveness. You guys are going to move past that. I also feel like if there's someone that you haven't heard from, there's a good chance that there's going to be a reconciliation coming up soon. Some of you are spiritual healers. You might have some sort of gift where you're like a medium. I see some of you being able to channel spirits or channel the dead. Maybe even something like Edgar Cayce, like he would go to sleep. He would go to sleep and be able to tap into the Akashic records and find out information about people's health. So maybe some of you are doing that, or you're tapping into your spiritual gifts. I feel like you're also very excited because of some sort of new friendship, like I said, that's being established. In a romantic relationship, there's going to be definitely a spiritual bond and an emotional bond. There's something that maybe brings you together with this person, like you guys have something in common. And the both of you, the conversation is effortless. It flows naturally. I feel like you guys are both into metaphysical things and spiritual things. You're both maybe light workers in your own sense. You know, everyone has a different way to share their healing abilities. For some people, it's music. For some people, it is just whatever they put their stamp on. I always like to use my twin as an example of how like fashion can be used to uplift energy or vibrations, because he had gotten into fashion design and there was something so healing about his designs and or the words that he would want to put on his t-shirts and things of that sort. It felt like it was coming from a healing space. So I used to encourage him, like, keep doing this, because your clothes are going to, I feel like the energy that you're putting into your clothes can heal people. So I kind of feel like even if you are like a fashion designer, or if you like to cook, you're a chef, and you put all that love into the foods, they say something about, oh, somebody, they put their foot in it. This is someone who cooks with passion, who puts love into their food. You know how you can taste stuff and it's just like, oh, it tastes like they just threw it together, like they hate cooking. This person, it doesn't feel like that. So I feel like someone, even if someone is like a bartender, I'm looking at all these cups here and somebody whipping, like something is an art form. Somebody is turning their bartending into an art. So I feel like you guys might have some sort of talent that is entertaining or brings healing or happiness to people. You also might be into literal chakra clearing or dealing with things of that sort. A masseuse, someone who puts all their energy into people. Now, we do have back-to-back Temperance and Devil. So also something could literally be happening between a Sagittarius and a Capricorn, but I also have Taurus and Virgo out. And then maybe Libra and Gemini. So it could be a situation where this is the energy of two people. Again, if this is dealing with relationships, I feel like somebody is like a healer, but the both of you are. Someone does light work and maybe someone is more into shadow or dark work. But the two of you together, it works. Something about the two of you are able to exchange energies from each other and use them for a good cause. This also can indicate that someone does need to heal or be purified, or a relationship needs to be healed or purified. Someone also may be suffering from some sort of mental illness. Someone may be haunted, like I feel like someone feels trapped. Now, I'm picking up something about autism. Someone may be trying to figure out how to cure or heal autism through spiritual or metaphysical ways. Or maybe someone works with autistic people, some type of way, some sort of service. Now also I'm getting someone who needs to be bailed out of jail. Someone may literally be in jail and needs to be bailed out, or they're getting ready to get out, and the minute they get out of jail, they're like, I'm getting back on my money, my appearance, and someone is just like cleaning themselves up. It's like, here, this person, they're codependent on, the government or whatever the case. And that has been, took a toll on someone's mind and their mentality. But the minute those restrictions are lifted, or the minute this person gets out, it's like they're looking like fresh and clean. So I'm thinking about Outcast. So fresh and so clean. So I feel like someone is getting cleaned up, or someone is just like, you clean up well. So I'm also getting the energy of how someone makes their money, maybe through, I don't want to say illegal, but it's maybe something kind of dark about the way someone makes their money or what they do for a living. Maybe it would be considered to be taboo, put it that way. You don't just tell people that you sell drugs for a living. You don't tell people that you do porn for a living. You don't tell people that you're a hitman for a living. You know, so something's going on too with the way someone makes their living. Now, those were extreme examples. Something that is in your face or hidden in plain sight is something like someone who is a pharmacist, because they do, a pharmacist either, you know, we're selling legal drugs, or creating some sort of drugs for people who need them, people who have a codependency. And maybe that codependency, maybe it's arthritis, maybe it's, you know, whatever, some sort of autoimmune disorder, but they need their medicine, and this is the person who sells it or makes it. So someone could be a pharmacist. Someone also could be, you know, a doctor, that they still work with people who need help, especially those who have some sort of mental disabilities. So someone might be a psychiatrist. Maybe someone deals with someone that suffers from OCD or some sort of trauma. Somebody thinks they need something, but they don't. It's just a matter of overcoming their way of thinking. Like someone feels stuck or trapped, but I feel like it's more so a state of mind. The only reason why I feel like for some of you, or somebody at least, it is about somebody being in jail, literally, because I'm just looking at how it just looks like a jail cell being next to the devil here. Someone being held against their will and feeling helpless. Now, also because we have all these coins out, someone may be dealing with any type of illness, even a difficult pregnancy, like someone may be having to be careful, or they're trying to correct something in regards to their health or the health of the baby. Now, some of you are being tempted, or it's like temptation is being thrown out there. The dark side of this is that there could be a situation where you're asking yourself, do you get involved in this situation? Maybe it's a third party situation. Maybe someone is giving you some sort of offer, making some sort of illicit offer to you, and you're like, oh my God, should I do this? But what about my morals? So someone is struggling with their morals and this opportunity with somebody. It could be career, or it could be like a relationship, but I feel like someone is just kind of questioning their morals or ethics. I feel like someone doesn't want to view someone as temptation, but it's there. It's just kind of like, well, nobody's holding a gun to your head, but it's here. It's up to you. Do you want to take this step? Do you want to continue with this? It's up to you, but it's here. Maybe you're trying to figure out, like, how can I pull the good out of this? How can I be and this is just an example. How can I sell drugs and still be a good person or sleep good at night? I know, I'll take some of the money and give it to charity. You know, so you'll be surprised. You know, that is the thinking. People do things to kind of balance out their evil all the time. You know, nobody's perfect. So I do feel like somebody is trying to figure out, like, how can I clean up from whatever I did that I'm not proud of, my lower nature. So I feel like there's a need to balance your spiritual nature and your lower nature some type of way. Or maybe you're having to understand something about, they go hand in hand, like no one's 100% love and light. And, you know, maybe there is an imbalance. Maybe someone does have a very dark side and they're like, look, I don't want to indulge. Let's take it to eating. Maybe you're trying to find the right diet, and you can't just eat cake all day or chips all day, but maybe there's a way you can moderate it. Maybe that's something that's completely off limits to your diet. You're not supposed to have either one of those things, but you might say, you know what, I'm gonna make this diet suitable for me or tailor it to me. So let me tweak it in a sense, and that way I can still have indulge in something bad that's bad for my body, but at the same time continue to maintain some sort of weight loss. So I think you're having to understand how to use moderation in a situation that may not be so kosher. So let me look at the devil here. I really feel like the devil, someone wants you to do something that you might feel guilty about, but you're thinking about it. So the devil seems like it has to do with maybe an earth sign and an air sign. I think someone is communicating obsessively, or they're abusing their gift, or they're abusing communication. Like, say for instance, somebody is just like hitting your inbox up with like a lot of stuff. I feel like someone is abusing something. They're abusing a privilege or something of that sort. Now, I also feel that the devil is about someone who is obsessively thinking about the past, thinking about communication, thinking about the good times that they had or shared with somebody, thinking about how they were once happy about something. They're like, I used to be happy, or this person used to make me happy. And I feel like someone is trying their best not to think about this person, but I feel like their thoughts are being consumed by the past. So I don't know if it's you or someone is feeling this way about you. And I feel like somebody is pretending, or like they're pretending like they don't think about you, or you are pretending like you don't think about them, but it's an act. Now, I also feel like someone is taking desperate measures and doing some sort of spell work. Either someone is trying to do spell work. That's why I was saying something about that abuse or something. Like, I feel like maybe someone is abusing their gifts or their powers. So someone might be using some sort of powerful spells to try to attract someone. Or someone is doing spell work on themselves, but they're doing it excessively, which is still some sort of abuse. It's like, oh my God. And be careful too, those of you that read cards or practice some form of astrology, because I feel like too many cards are being pulled, or too much, you're doing too many readings on somebody, and it's just giving you anxiety. If someone knows how to astral project or astral travel, I feel like they're abusing that. They're constantly visiting somebody, and abusing, like breaking boundaries, like crossing boundaries all the time. sneaking up on somebody. Some of you might have experienced, what is that? Now, some people don't have good experiences with this. So far, mine been good. But, they call it a succubus or an incubus. Someone who comes and is like supposedly a demon, comes and does sexual things to you while you're sleeping. You might wake up feeling it, or maybe you're not even truly asleep, but you feel like an orgasm, or you feel like something crazy is going on. So I feel like for some of you, you could be experiencing that. Like, I don't mean to sound insensitive, because I have seen some people that are like, I hate it. Like, I feel under attack. You know, that's because I haven't had a bad experience. I've felt that experience before, but it's always good whenever it happens. So, but it does look like with the devil here, someone is just like doing that like too much. I also feel like someone needs to be careful about their overindulgence when it comes to drinking, because I feel like someone is trying to drink away the pain, or someone has been popping a lot of pain pills, trying to stay happy. They're trying to camouflage their sadness, which isn't good either. Someone may be wanting to find a holistic approach to healing, so they can break some sort of addiction to painkillers or alcohol. Let me also look at, I'm actually going to look at temperance here. I do feel like somebody's going to justify a taboo situation. Wow. Okay, so temperance is clarified by more majors. So the Wheel of Fortune and the Tower so far. So I do feel like this is part of your destiny, or you're being aligned, spiritually aligned. Something is like divine intervention or divine alignment is what I'm seeing. Even if it's like you not wanting something to happen, you're like, I don't want this to happen. At some point it's happening. See, some of you are meant to connect with this energy here, this soulmate energy, or this person from your past. All of this has been preparing you for their arrival. There's like this window of opportunity opening up. I feel too that something is going to change unexpectedly. Like, you're going to be forced into a position where you have to communicate with each other. It's like something brings you and another person in the same vicinity, where it's like, now we have to talk. We can't avoid each other anymore. So I don't know what it is that would put you in the same room with somebody, but I feel like you're going to be matched with someone, and you don't want to be. You're trying to fight it. It can even be something like, turns out that you thought you would never hear from someone or see this person because you guys are long distance. Turns out their job relocated to your home state, wherever you are. And it's just like, that's crazy. Like, how did that happen? And I feel like that is the reaction. Like, something crazy is going to get ready to happen, or you're going to just keep being like, this is crazy, or this is insane. Like, I just feel like something so unusual is getting ready to happen in your love life or your career, but especially like your love life. It just seems like crazy. It's like, this is unreal. The way things just happen or line up. Someone is also, I feel, spiritually fighting for you, or spirit guides or ancestors are fighting for you. Got both of these coins out. These might be two different offers coming in. Or if you ignore the first offer, a bigger one comes. Yeah. I really feel like the whole thing about career, like it's not like you're being forced, but I feel like someone is just like, we'll pay you X amount of dollars if you do this, or if you know, if we can buy this from you. And you're like, oh my God, like, no, thank you. I appreciate it. But no, they're like, okay, hard bargain. We'll double that. How about now? Like, I just kind of feel like something is being presented to you where you're struggling with, is it the right thing to do? I'm going to look at the Knight of Coins some more. And I see somebody's horns showing. They used to say that when someone was acting bad or evil. I feel like somebody's going to be like, your horns are showing. It's an opportunity. It's an offer. I also feel like something's going to be confirmed. It's like a windfall of money. Or something happens really quick. Or once you say yes, something happens really quick. It's like we're just waiting on you to say yes. Just say yes. Say yes. Say yes. You say yes. And then everything just starts happening really quickly. And then you're going to feel like, what have I gotten myself into? You're going to start doubting or second guessing your decision. Because things start moving so quickly. And I feel like someone's choosing you, like you are being chosen, and not trying to sound like all theatrical, but like you've been chosen, or you're the chosen one for something. It's just like, do you know how many people were seen, or do you know how many people said were passed up this opportunity, but you are the one that were found and has been chosen. Somebody also, they could be trying to make you feel guilty about something. Just know where you stand. Know your limits. Get ready. I don't know what this is for you, but already start preparing your boundaries. Know your limitations. Know at what point are you going to draw the line. All right, so those are the messages for deck number 2. Let's go ahead and go on to deck number 3. King of Swords, 5 of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, the Moon, 4 of Wands, central issue, 7 of Wands, 4 of Swords, 9 of Swords. All right, so central issue looks as if you've been dreaming a lot, or having like some sort of otherworldly experiences, maybe some sort of sleep disturbances. Looks like you guys have also been stressed or feeling watched, waking up and feeling watched. I feel like some of you have become very sensitive about your surroundings. Some of you might feel singled out about something, not necessarily in a negative sense, but just feeling singled out. And And I also feel like somebody has been trying to get pregnant or stressed about pregnancy. I feel like somebody has had surgery in the uterus area or the stomach area. Even if someone had like a gallbladder removed or what is that? Is that thing that erupts sometimes and you get sick and it has to be taken out? Like, I feel like that's something that may have already happened in the past. Like somebody had some sort of stomach surgery in the past. Anything dealing with the lower abdomen. Now, I also feel that you have been feeling the energy of someone's messages, like someone's been sending you messages or trying to get your attention, but more so telepathically. And I'm getting here that you are standing out from the rest, like I was saying earlier. Something about like you seem to be in a spotlight, or something is coming to the surface. You're going to have to deal with your insecurities. Something's happening where you're going to be in a spotlight and have to deal with your insecurities. This is also a card of success, though. So I feel that you are going to be successful over, any obstacles, or successful over your competitors or your enemies about something. Any type of competition, whether it's career or love related, I feel like you're standing out. You also are going to be needing to set some sort of boundaries. You might be feeling under spiritual attack. Maybe a lot of weird, unusual things are happening around you. So either get yourself grounded by prayer, meditation, or if you practice any type of spell work, maybe you need to take a cleansing bath. Or maybe there's a need to, meditate with crystals or whatever the case is, whatever your healing style is. Because it does look like maybe some of you feel like you're under spiritual attack. And again, you are needing to set boundaries and let people know where you stand. Don't be afraid. Don't be passive aggressive. There's also the possibility of some sort of envy. People are either going to be envious of you for whatever reason or jealous. Like, these are negative feelings that I'm getting. But just be true to who you are and stand your ground, living your truth. I feel like the truth is going to speak for itself. There's nothing that you really need to do. Let people accuse you or make accusations about you. I feel like you should just be quiet and stand your ground, or use your intellect to fight. Take the higher road when it comes to fighting. Don't get down in the pig pen. And of course, I just started at saying, when others go low, we go high. Is that it? But that's kind of what I'm getting. I see someone also being unfair. Someone isn't playing fair. But don't you do it. You just continue to be yourself, like I said. I feel like someone is going to use something against you. I don't know what this is. I feel like someone is trying to either air your dirty laundry, or they're attacking people around you to get to you. Someone is trying to poke holes in your plans. I just feel like someone's playing dirty, but don't stoop low. Remember, remember not to go there. Whatever is going on, just remember not to go there. Think logically and not emotionally. Now, there's also the possibility of you dealing with either air, earth, or Pisces. So Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and maybe Pisces. Excuse me. I can see a lot of anxiety building up. I also feel like some of you might start having weird stress dreams. One of my stress dreams were heights. It's like I could be walking up a normal set of stairs, and then all of a sudden the stairs are spaced far apart, and I'm like hundreds of stories off the ground looking down. And whenever I used to have those type of dreams, I knew that I was under stress. But at some point, whenever I started having those dreams, I would start leaping and running and not being afraid. And the stress resolved itself in real life. So if you're having some sort of crazy dreams or nightmares and you're aware of it, because everybody's not going to be aware of it, but some of you know what I mean when you have one of those lucid dreams or you somehow feel like you're in control of it. Stay calm and take control of it. And I feel like by you finding a solution in your dreams, it's going to naturally manifest in real life. Now, I feel like some of you are going to be emotionally triggered. Something about your past, some sort of buried traumas are going to resurface. And I don't know who's going to trigger it. It could be either of those signs that I named. I feel like you need to look in the mirror, or the solution is within you. I also feel that whoever comes into your life, they're a reflection of you. I'm just looking at the way to resolve this is to confront it head on. So if someone is acting impatient with you, maybe there's a need to reflect and say, have I been patient with them? Whatever someone is doing to you, just turn it back on yourself and try to say, what is this trying to show me? Like, what is the message in here for me? Because I feel like there's a reason why something is being projected. If you're feeling insecure because of something someone said, why are you letting that make you feel insecure? What's going on? Why did you hear it that way? For instance, let's say someone said, oh, your hair is so cute that way, but I really like it this way. And you start thinking like, why? You know, like, and you get like immediately triggered by that. Ask yourself, well, why? Why are you getting triggered by that comment? So I feel like you might be challenged by things that people are pointing out or something that someone is saying, and you just really have to take it back and challenge it by confronting it within. I also feel like someone is afraid on taking things to the next level. Maybe someone is wanting to speak to you or talk to you, but they're afraid and they're like, if I could just say hi to them, if I could just ask them how their day is going, then I know that I can be okay then. I know that I'll be able to have more conversations with them in the future. So I feel like someone is struggling with establishing that first connection with you, or that those early foundation, that those early stages, like someone is having anxiety about that. If you're already in a relationship, there may be some sort of nervousness about like, okay, so now do we make this official? Now do we move in together? It's getting time. We've been together for a year now. Is it time for us to move in together? Like, whatever it is, I feel like someone is very nervous about whatever that next step is in a relationship. If it's not in regards to a relationship, it's something within you or your life, and you're afraid about that next step. You're like, what is this, the next step in my career? You know, maybe it's the next step in your career. Maybe it's the next step in going to school. Like, you've been thinking about going to school, and you're like, is this the next step? So some of you are afraid about whatever it is, that next step. Now, I also feel like your dreams have been warning you or preparing you for what's to come. You've been having some sort of premonitions. So get ready for something that's getting ready to happen in your life. Get ready to meet your shadow side. Get ready to deal with your biggest fears. Maybe you have a fear of flying, but now something is happening in your life where you have to fly. You're required to fly. Get ready for it. So it's clarified so far by the High Priestess and the Magician. So like I was saying, something about those dreams, it just looks like Spirit has been sending you these messages in your dreams. The Magician also talks about being prepared or having all the tools in front of you to manifest whatever it is. So I feel like, again, get prepared. Like you might feel like you want to make excuses and say that you're not ready or that you don't have this, that, and the other. This is saying, yes, you do. Everything that you have is already within you, is already in your home, is already whatever. You have the needed tools to get by. Maybe you keep debating, should I start my business? I'm not ready. Everybody else is reading tarot cards. So many people make candles and do spell work. Like, well, where do I fit in? It's like, don't worry about all that. Just do it. Just do you, because you have your own twist on it, or you have your own unique brand. So don't worry. Be patient with your situation and yourself. Now, I'm also getting something about somebody's mother. I don't know if someone's mother has a way of helping them feel better, or someone feels like their mother is magical. Like, I know, like my kids say, they always say, do the mommy magic, because I don't know, it's like they can never fix stuff. The minute I come in the room, it's like, oh, it's like it magically happens. It's magically fixed. So maybe someone, but I feel like something does have to do with someone's mother as well. Now I'm seeing something about making something disappear. I don't know. I do feel like maybe someone wants to make somebody disappear. I feel like someone is also doing some sort of attraction spell, or some sort of attraction spell that you've been using works. Somebody's been doing mirror magic, or looking into it, or thinking about doing it. Somebody is doing something in secret, or there's some sort of secret plans to do something. Secret plans to leave, or secret plans to start a business, secret plans to send a message. There's some sort of secret plans going on. Something else I was just getting from this. Oh, being watched. Like those of you that feel like you're being watched, you are. You are being watched or spied on. Either someone has either hacked your computer, or this is something more metaphysical, such as astral projection, or remote viewing, or someone has hired a literal spy. Someone is paid. They're like, someone's following you, snapping shots from a distance, taking your pictures. There's definitely, I do feel like somebody's being watched. If you feel like you're being watched, you are. Yeah, let me look at the moon too. You know what, before I look at the moon, let me look at the Five of Swords. Somebody might be writing a script about ransom. And I know there's, tons of movies about ransoms, but I feel like something is a ransom. But it may just be a script or a story. Maybe someone's reading about that. Or maybe someone does feel like they're being blackmailed. So the Five of Swords to me is it's also about anybody who's been playing unfairly, or if there's been any type of arguments and frustrations between two people, even if two people have been mean to each other, even though they still care about each other. I feel that that's something that needs to be healed. There's going to be an opportunity for you to make amends with somebody. Now, if someone is trying to do some sort of binding spell, I feel like it's not going to work. I feel like you can only attract what is for you. So if someone is trying to bind someone to them that it's no longer meant for these two people to be together, or it never was in the first place, I feel like at some point somebody's going to give up and say it's not working. Now, something else I was just getting here. Pay attention to the energy around you, because I feel like you walk into a place and you just kind of feel like people were just talking about you. Or if you feel like you don't like somebody, it might be a reason for that. Let me look at the moon. You're being asked to confront any type of fears, insecurities, or doubts that you have. You're being told to just confront it. Get it over with. It might be good for you to vent about things instead of hiding them or suppressing them. Because I feel like if you're suppressing any type of pain or trauma, that it just makes it worse. It just makes it so much worse. So you're being asked to deal with it, overcome it. Have the courage to confront this energy. Somebody's also afraid about moving or relocating, and I feel like it's saying just do it, just get it over with, or this is the best decision. Like you're getting really your nerves might be getting really heightened because it knows that there's some sort of changes coming, but you'll be relieved, or you'll have a sense of relief after these changes come about. Yeah, some of you are either afraid to relocate or travel. And something's happening where, yeah, Spirit is just like, hey, this is an opportunity that you need. This is something that you're supposed to confront or deal with in this life, so just get it over with. You might be unaware that maybe someone's going to approach you, or unaware that you're admired, unaware that you make someone nervous. There is a secret that someone wants to share with you, or you have a secret that you want to share with somebody, and it makes you really nervous, or it makes them really nervous. And they're like, I gotta get this off of my chest. I can't hold this back anymore. So I see someone rolling a dice, and then also being very surprised at the outcome. Yeah. So ultimately, you guys are going to be overcoming any type of fears and obstacles, whether it's dealing with another person or it's just something internally that you're having to purge or deal with. I feel like you're going to overcome that. And that is going to be a successful time for you. I also get that something's either getting ready to happen during a birthday or holiday. So get ready for that as well. Memorial Day, I think, is the next one. So, all right, you guys, that is all. Hopefully that resonated. Feel free to leave your comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Many blessings to you.